A Barbour waxed jacket bought in 1994, worn to every dog walk, every school run, every Saturday morning in the rain for 30 years, sent back to the factory in South Shields, re-waxed, repaired, returned. That jacket is now older than some of the people wearing it, and it still keeps the rain out. The clothing industry does not want you to own a jacket for 30 years. It wants you to replace it every 2 seasons. The MacArthur Foundation found that the average garment worldwide is now worn only 7 times before being discarded. 7 times. These 6 brands are built for 700. Number 6. COS. COS is owned by H&M Group. Same parent company behind H&M, same supply chain access, and the same buying power, and that is exactly what makes this interesting. Because COS takes everything H&M has built and points it in a completely different direction. Pick up a COS wool blend coat at £150 and turn it inside out. You will find French seams and clean finished internal construction where H&M would give you raw overlocked edges. Where H&M fills its rails with synthetic blends, COS leans into natural and recycled fibres. The designs are architectural, minimal, and built to look better after 6 months than they did on the hanger. Walk around a COS store and you notice what is missing. No sale banners screaming at you from every surface, no mountains of discounted stock. The volume is deliberate, the space is quiet, the product is the only thing talking. A COS dress costs between £55 and £175. A Hobbs dress in comparable fabric starts at £89 and climbs past £250. The gap in construction between those two is far smaller than the gap in price. Cashmere starts at £89. Wool trousers sit between £65 and £110. Affordable enough to buy without agonising. Well made enough to wear for years. To be fair, the aesthetic is minimal to the point of severity. If you want colour or personality, COS will frustrate you. It delivers fabric and construction. The personality is your problem. But if you have been shopping at H&M, wishing the quality were better, the answer has been sitting inside the same corporate family the entire time. Number 5. M&S Autograph. Walk past the M&S Basics range, keep walking, find the autograph section, pick up a jumper and read the label. Pure extra fine merino wool from £40, pure cashmere from £99. And here is the part that changes the conversation. 100% of the cashmere in M&S pure cashmere products comes from Mongolia, certified by the Sustainable Fibre Alliance for 3 consecutive years running. That is not buried in a corporate sustainability report. That is independently verified, and it makes luxury brands charging £250 to £300 for the same fibre very uncomfortable. Johnston's of Elgin charges £250. John Smedley charges over £300. M&S charges £99. How? Scale. M&S sells around 20 jumpers every minute during the Christmas period. When you are buying cashmere at that volume, your per unit cost drops to a level that smaller brands cannot touch. And instead of pocketing that margin, M&S passes the savings to you. That is a deliberate choice, and it is the reason Autograph exists. The sub-brand has quadrupled in value in just 3 years. Silk blouses from £45, wool blend blazers from £89, merino polo necks from £40, reinforced seams at stress points, quality linings throughout. All cashmere is machine washable and tumble dryable, which is a genuine convenience that brands charging 3 times the price cannot match. One caveat, and it matters: M&S. Autograph and the standard M&S Basics range are very different products sharing the same shop floor. If the label does not say autograph, you are in a different quality tier entirely. The name on the door means nothing. The name on the label means everything. Now, this next brand is one that, if you live outside the southwest of England, you may never have encountered. That is about to change. Number 4. Sea Salt Cornwall. Sea Salt started in 1981 as a small family shop in Falmouth selling workwear and waterproof coats to fishermen. The tin cloth jackets that launched the brand were tested on trawlers in the Celtic Sea before anyone wore them to a school run. That origin story tells you everything about how this brand thinks about durability. Today, Sea Salt is a certified B Corporation with over 116,000 Trustpilot reviews, and the picture those reviews paint is remarkably consistent. Women describe the organic cotton as heavy and substantial. They describe owning 10, 20, 30 sea salt dresses and reaching for them year after year. The cotton holds its shape. The colour survives the washing machine. The fabric gets softer without getting weaker. One reviewer put it simply, she has never returned a sea salt garment, not once, in over a decade of buying from them. The sweet spot is the cotton core of the range. Breton tops start from £25. Structured dresses range between £40 and £80, running from UK size 6 to 28, including petite and tall. That sizing range at this quality level is hard to find anywhere else on the high street. Every piece of organic cotton in the range carries GOTS certification, and you can feel the difference the moment you pick up the fabric. It has weight, it has density, it feels like clothing that was made to be worn, not photographed and discarded. One honest caveat. Recent reviews flag that jumper and knitwear quality has become less consistent than the cotton range. The cotton and outerwear are where sea salt earns its place on this list. The knitwear, check the specific item reviews before you commit. And this next brand needs no introduction, but the reason it belongs on a Buy It for Life list might surprise you. Number 3. Barbour. Barbour was founded in 1894 in South Shields, making oilskin jackets for fishermen and dock workers on the northeast coast. 130 years later, the wax jacket is still made in the same factory in Simonside by people whose families have been doing this for generations. That sentence alone should tell you why it is on this list. A Bedale or Beaufort waxed jacket costs between £200 and £300. Expensive? Calculate the cost per wear. These jackets last 20 to 30 years. At £250 over 25 years, that is £10 per year. The fast fashion puffer you replace every 2 seasons costs more per year than a Barbour that outlasts your mortgage. But here is the detail that separates Barbour from every other outerwear brand in Britain: the re-waxing and repair service. Send your jacket back to South Shields and they will re-wax it, replace the lining, repair any tears and return it. The jacket your mother wore for 15 years can be restored and passed down to you. No other brand on the British High Street offers anything like it. The women's range has expanded well beyond the classic country look. Fitted silhouettes, modern colourways, collaborations that bring heritage fabric into contemporary wardrobes. The quilted jackets start at £120, the gilets from £150, the wax jackets from £200. One thing to know: a wax jacket needs re-waxing every year or 2 to maintain the waterproofing. You can do it yourself with a tin of Barbour wax for under £20, or send it back to the factory. If maintenance is not your thing, the quilted range delivers the same Barbour durability without the upkeep. If this kind of honest analysis is useful, subscribe. We break down women's clothing brands every week with the same level of detail. The top 2 brands on this list operate on a level that genuinely surprised us during the research, and the number 1 pick might change the way you shop entirely. Number 2. Boden. Boden started in 1991 as a menswear catalogue run from Johnny Boden's kitchen table. It has grown to £363 million in annual sales and remains privately owned, which matters. Private ownership means the brand can invest in quality without shareholders demanding thinner fabric and wider margins every quarter. Construction details are where Boden quietly earns its place. Reinforced seams on the tailored items, buttons that actually stay attached through years of use, and long staple cotton on the structured pieces that holds its shape wash after wash. The printed dresses and tailored blazers are the sweet spot. The fabrics are chosen for longevity, and 76,000 Trustpilot reviews suggest the loyalty is earned. For women who want colour, pattern and personality without sacrificing construction, Boden is one of the very few brands that delivers both. Cos gives you fabric without personality. Boden gives you personality without cutting corners on fabric. That combination is rarer than it should be on the British High Street. One honest caveat, because this list only works if we tell you the full picture. Boden's jersey and casual basics get more mixed reviews. Some customers report inconsistent fabric weight on t-shirts and loungewear. The recommendation is specific. Boden tailoring, knitwear and printed dresses belong on the forever list. Boden jersey basics, check the item reviews before you commit. At £80 for a printed dress that lasts years, the tailored end earns its place. At £25 for a t-shirt that pills after a season, it does not. We would rather be straight about that than pretend the whole range is perfect. Number 1. Uniqlo. Uniqlo is not glamorous. The colours are muted. The shop floors are clinical. Nothing about walking into a Uniqlo has ever made anyone's heart beat faster. And that is exactly why it sits at number 1 on this list. Because Uniqlo put all the money that other brands spend on marketing into fabric instead. Fast Retailing, Uniqlo's parent company, invests in textile technology the way Silicon Valley invests in software. Heat Tech generates warmth from body moisture without bulk. Airism manages sweat and temperature through summer. Supima cotton, an extra long staple fibre, feels softer and lasts significantly longer than the standard cotton used by competitors at the same price. These are not marketing buzzwords printed on a swing tag. These are proprietary developments with measurable performance differences. A Uniqlo merino crewneck at £35 uses a comparable grade of merino to brands charging £70 to £120. The construction includes flat-lock stitching on base layers and reinforced seams on outerwear. Hold a Uniqlo basic next to a competitor at the same price. The weight difference in your hands tells the story before you read a single label. Manufacturing happens primarily in China, Vietnam and Indonesia, but under quality control standards and supplier relationships, some exceeding 20 years, that produce a fundamentally different product from the typical fast fashion garment. 23 stores across the United Kingdom, an in-store repair and alteration service at select locations, a Supima cotton t-shirt for £12.90, a merino jumper for £35, a Heat Tech thermal top for £9.90, an ultralight down jacket that packs into its own bag for £9.90. Season after season, the quality holds, pricing stays honest, fabric outlasts the competition. But here is the caveat. The colours are muted. The designs will not turn heads at a dinner party. If you want personality, pair Uniqlo basics with Boden prints or sea salt cotton. But as a foundation, As the jumper you reach for every morning without thinking, nothing at this price point comes close. Those are the 6. Cause for Construction and Architectural Design, M&S. Autograph for certified cashmere at a price that embarrasses the luxury market. Sea salt for organic cotton with genuine British roots. Barbour for outerwear that outlasts everything else on the high street and backs it up with a repair service. Bowden for tailored construction with colour and personality. And Uniqlo for the highest fabric quality per pound spent in British retail. 6 brands, price points from £9.90 to £300. One thing in common: when you turn the garment inside out, the seams tell the same story as the price tag. If you want more honest breakdowns like this one, the next video is on screen now.